A day after Israeli airstrikes in Qatar that targeted Hamas leaders, Prime Minister Netanyahu has defended the strike and threatened further action against Qatar. The Israeli Prime Minister said that Israel targeted Hamas leaders in Qatar, which is similar to how US pursued Al-Qaeda after 9/11. Mincing no words, the Israeli Prime Minister warned Qatar to either expel Hamas leaders or bring them to justice.
After the terrorist masterminds who committed the October 7th massacre, and we did so in Qatar, which gives safe haven. It harbors terrorists. It finances Hamas. It gives its terrorist chieftains sumptuous villas. It gives them everything. So we did exactly what America did when it went after the terrorists, the Al-Qaeda terrorists in Afghanistan, and after they went and killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan.
Well, the statement comes even as President Donald Trump reportedly told Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu that his decision to target Hamas inside Qatar wasn't wise. The Wall Street Journal reported that Trump held a heated phone call with Prime Minister Netanyahu after his military targeted Hamas inside Qatar. Now, Netanyahu told US President that he had a brief window to launch the airstrike and they took the opportunity. A second call between the two leaders later that day was cordial, with Trump asking Netanyahu if the attack had gone successfully.
Ceased firing.
President Trump clashed with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in a heated call after Israel launched a surprise attack against Hamas in Qatar. This, according to the Wall Street Journal. Trump, blindsided by the attack, called it unwise and warned that it undermined U.S.-backed ceasefire talks and relations with Qatar, a key mediator. Netanyahu defended his actions, saying that he only had a brief window to strike. Hamas says that all of its top leaders survived, but 6 members were killed. The strikes derailed negotiations and also angered Qatar, complicating President Trump's Middle East peace agenda, even as he continues to back Israel's campaign against Hamas.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke with the Amir of Qatar, condemning the violations of Qatar's sovereignty by Israel, now affirming India's support for Qatar and its efforts to promote peace and stability in the region. Prime Minister Modi appreciated Qatar's mediation role in the Gaza conflict. Condemning Israeli strikes in Doha, Qatar's Prime Minister warned that the Israeli strike had killed hope for the Gaza hostages and called for Netanyahu to be brought to justice. Now, Hamas has said that its top leaders survived the airstrike, but 5 members were killed, including the son of its exiled Gaza chief and top negotiator, Khalil al-Hayya. Satellite photos from Planet Labs PBC show damage to structures to the south of the Hamas compound in Doha that was targeted by Israeli forces. The photos show the buildings have been damaged but are still standing. While Israel has not specified what it used to carry out the strike, it said precision-guided weapons were employed, which were meant to minimize collateral damage. In another development, an emergency United Nations Security Council meeting in response to Israel's strikes on Qatar has been postponed to Thursday at Doha's request. However, it is still unclear if Qatari Prime Minister will attend the session in person. Notably, Qatar has been hosting and mediating in negotiations aimed at bringing about a ceasefire in the war in Gaza. United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan arrived in Qatar in a show of solidarity after Israeli strike. The Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is also expected to arrive in Doha on Thursday.
We reject and condemn the Israeli authorities' aggressions in the region, most recently the brutal assault on the brotherly state of Qatar. This attack requires an Arab, Islamic and international response to confront such aggression and to take international measures to stop the occupying power and deter its criminal practices aimed at destabilizing the security and stability of the region. We stand fully with the state of Qatar in whatever measures it takes, without limit, and we will dedicate all our capabilities to this cause.
Now, in the latest sign of unhappiness with the Israeli government, Canada said it is evaluating its ties with Israel after the attack on Hamas leaders in Qatar. Canada's foreign minister reiterated that Canada considered the attacks to be unacceptable, especially given Qatari attempts to facilitate peace in West Asia.
At the same time, we are evaluating the relationship with Israel. Of course, the attack yesterday on Qatar was one that was unacceptable. It was a violation of Qatari airspace. There were deaths on the ground at a time when Qatar was trying to facilitate peace. And so there are many moving pieces in the Middle East right now.
The strike on the territory of a US ally marks a dramatic escalation in the region and risks pending talks which were aimed at ending the war and freeing hostages still held by Hamas in Gaza.